Hey everyone, it's Torque here, back for another reaction video. We have the FeH channel for Choose Your Legends 2025. I'm pretty hyped. I'm hoping Sharena is awesome. If they make her an armor, I will be so pissed. It's going to be interesting to see who's meta this year. Last year it was Felix. Bernadette came in second place, despite what everyone says. Despite what everyone said at the time. Everyone was all over Alphonse, and he turned out to be a dud, like I thought he would. And I can't even remember who the other unit was last year, but she didn't amount to she didn't amount to much. So we'll see who's the winner this year. I'll give you my opinion at the end, and I gotta say, I'm usually pretty right about that. Anyways, let's get into it.
Hello, summoners! As per usual, I, FeH, have gathered all sorts of exciting news for you. Let's
go.
Get started with our special Choose Your
Much
Legends
better
edition
FeH
of
channel, hopefully,
FeH channel.
than the one at the beginning of the month. The one at the beginning of the month
First up,
was kind of pointless.
Ta-da! The heroes you
It's
selected
gonna bother
in
me
Choose
until I
Your
remember who
Legends
the
Round
other
9 are
unit was
finally
for
here,
Choose Your Legends
all
last year.
dressed up in their Choose Your Legends outfits. So, let's get right to the introductions.
This is the uniform my students wear. How does it look on me?
Okay.
It's the runner-up from the men's division, Byleth. As you know, he
I
served
hate
as
this.
a professor at Garrick Mock,
But I
and
have to
is here
applaud them for
looking
doing something
slick.
different.
Do you suppose
Like,
this might be an
There are
Officers
other
Academy
months in which they
uniform?
did like
With
nothing.
its dashing cape and hat, this smart look emphasizes Byleth's self-assured gallantry. Alongside his allies, Byleth will learn, grow, and cut a path to the future. His A skill, Professor's Guidance,
Oh, just give
greatly
us the full
increases his
thing.
stats during combat and allows him to activate Potent Follow.
Okay, hopefully
Ever
they've
the
released
teacher,
the other
he
one
grants
after
a beneficial status, itself called Professor's Guidance, to his allies.
Well then.
Heroes who have been granted this status can gain twice as much SP from combat, and their special cooldown counts are reduced
Everyone's gonna
after
want
combat.
that just to make things easier.
His
Red
B
sword?
skill,
Okay.
Null Sea of
That's.
Void,
I'm sure a lot of
reduces
people will
the
be
damage
upset.
of area of effect specials by 80%. It also reduces the damage
Oh, are they
taken in
gonna go
combat
through
by
all of his skills?
20% of the unit speed, and deals a huge amount of damage based on the difference between the unit speed and the opponent's speed. Byleth's weapon skill is Sublime
Okay,
Creator.
we'll see.
This
I'm not sure what they're
powerful
gonna do.
sword allows him to counterattack at a distance, and greatly increases the damage he deals based on how many positive status effects he has been granted.
Okay.
On top of that,
pretty
it
simple.
makes even distant allies stronger during combat. Also, this weapon's most
Dude, he's got a
significant
style?
characteristic is its style. Sublime
What?
Heaven. Use it, and Byleth can attack foes who are 3 spaces away. And
Okay,
before the first
he
attack,
his
it even
weapon alone
reduces
just
his
made him.
special cooldown count. He can release
made
a
him
powerful
really
special
good.
attack at foes 3 spaces ahead, starting from the first turn of the battle. I'd expect no less of the professor.
That's actually pretty cool.
We
Okay.
gods of
Yeah. Okay, here's
Asgard
Balder.
must value
Wait,
truth
she's got a
and
gun?
justice above
Okay,
all
that's
else.
cool.
Presenting the runner-up from the women's division,
Damn, that looks
Balder.
awesome.
She possesses the poise worthy of one
Good
called
lord,
the Celestial
those
Sun
hips.
God, ready to lead the worlds down a righteous path. I feel like I'm getting a little dazzled by her divine presence. Is it just me, or does that weapon look like the one Hother carries?
Yeah.
Her clothes make me think of Hother's too. These sisters are so close.
She's got a.
Balder cleverly uses the weapon
The
triangle
AK.
for an overwhelming advantage to obliterate
Oh, she's
foes.
gonna be a blue.
She
Okay,
inflicts Triangle Adept and Exposure on the foes closest to her using her A skill, Heaven's Stead. Then, if she has Weapon Triangle Advantage, or if her foe has been inflicted with Exposure, she can attack twice in combat.
Task.
Balder's weapon skill is Truth Seeker.
Okay, we basically can
At the
get
start of the
everything
turn,
from this.
It can increase her movement and
Like,
grant
she's
a
got Speed
special
Taker,
cooldown charge +1 per attack effect
or
to herself
whatever
and
Lynn's emblem,
allies.
Lynn's B skill
Its
is,
most
and that
significant
miasma
characteristic is its
ability,
style.
which I think comes from
If she
Legendary
changes
Camilla.
it, how her weapon's damage is calculated in the weapon triangle changes from
No
blue to
way!
green. If she uses her style to its fullest, she can fight with an advantage over both red and blue foes all on her own.
That's so cool, man.
Her special skill, Arch Rival, is not to be ignored. If she has weapon triangle
I love this
advantage
artwork,
against her
man.
foe,
It's phenomenal.
her special cooldown count will be reduced significantly before her first attack, and she will set her opponent's special cooldown count back. Take advantage of the weapon triangle to blast through battles.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
鍛え上げれば強くなる。肉体も精神も。
Okay, they just made him look holy.
Finally, here's the winner of the men's division, Aetherneer.
Just
Dressed
made
like
him look
that,
holy.
he
Dude,
puts
he
me in
looks
mind
so
of his
holy.
father, Larather.
Oh,
He
okay.
cares deeply
Are they
and
gonna make him
trains
a-
hard as a member of the healing
Are
hands,
they gonna make him a
so he can
freaking
protect
armor
what
unit?
matters most. I
That
find
makes him
myself
an easy skip for
entranced
me.
by his dedication and his muscles.
I bet you they make him an
He
armor.
has spent years forging his physique and puts it to use to protect his
His
allies.
forged body.
His weapon skill, Tempered Antler,
armored.
prevents foes
Okay.
from warping and getting close. It also boosts his and his allies' bonuses, and can grant a
artwork,
status
man,
that
is so
nullifies
good so
foes'
far.
bonuses.
Even though I
His
don't
Z
like
skill,
the
attack, defense,
I'm not a
physical
huge fan of the
save,
concept of
Triggers Savior against physical attacks, regardless of his foe's range. It also
Oh.
reduces the damage he takes from the first attack in combat.
Interesting.
And he retaliates based on the strength of the foe's attack. His special, Mighty Roar, grants allies a savior effect
Okay.
against magical attacks. And of course, it is exceptionally destructive as a
Oh, that's
special, too.
cool.
His physical and magical protection will be critical for any army that wants to bench press its foes.
Watch as your Sharena shines brighter
They
than
made
ever.
it like her mom. I was hoping they
It's
wouldn't do
time
that,
to
but
introduce the winner of the women's division,
Sure.
Sharena. Here she is, donning an outfit that's the absolute image of her mother, Henriette's. Oh,
Yeah.
Sharena, don't be nervous about the win.
I'm
Anyone can see
disappointed.
your ladylike
Like, I
charm.
knew that they were
And
gonna
if
do
not,
that, but
your bright,
I don't know,
optimistic
I just wanted
attitude will
something
win them
different.
over. She's shining brighter than ever. I can't keep my eyes off her. Sharena's abilities are...
I'll take
Well,
care of
let's
them.
see. So, if the enemy has negative status effects, then a lot of good things happen for Sharena and her allies.
They're
Got
just
it. Foes become very weak.
That's right.
they're making fun of how
Allies
long it
become
is.
very strong.
I'll win in
It all means that Sharena can dish out a ton of damage.
So did they like bring in just about everything,
But
like
this
flying,
is what
one of
really
each? I think
makes
that's really cool
Sharena
when they do
one of a
that.
kind. Her additional action effects. It starts with her C skill, just like Mother. After she has taken
Ooh,
her
I
action,
love the fact that
if
she's a
allies
green
engage
tone.
in combat within 3 spaces of her, she can
Like,
take
that's something
another
that we really don't
action.
have much of.
What should I?
On top of that,
I would have been
thanks
pissed if
to
it
her
was
tone,
another blue
Glad
tone.
Spoke, allies who end combat within 3 spaces of Sharena can also take another action. Use those extra actions well and battle your way across the map
Okay,
with your
okay.
allies. I hope you got to know your winners well. These victorious
Hey,
heroes
I
from Choose
really
Your
like
Legends
this
Round
setup.
9
I love
will
the
appear
art
in
for
the
all
new
of them.
Hero Summoning event, Shining Resolve.
I don't like that
As
one of
usual,
them's an armor,
You
but
can choose
I mean
to
it'd be
receive
unfair
one of
if
these 4 focus heroes after summoning 40 times. Up to 4 times.
it would suck if like. I understand that some people really
That's
want.
not all, of course.
Some people really
There will
want
also
like
be
armor
a free
units. I just
summoning
don't
event
like 'em.
where you can summon a 5-star hero of your choice.
Okay, I'm not sure which one yet.
How can I choose just one?
It just won't be.
The
it could
Turn
be
of Fate
here.
free summoning event, featuring heroes from Choose Your Legends Round 7, will end on August 31st. Don't forget about this free summon! And for the grand hero battle this time,
I have no name with which to introduce
Really?
myself to you.
Okay.
Pay me no mind.
Bruno, that mysterious warrior
Everyone's
from
wanted
Fire
Bruno
Emblem
forever.
Heroes, will appear. This Bruno has come to our world from another one, but he seems just like the Bruno we know. Compassionate and concerned for his sister Veronica and the curse she suffers. Not only is he great at handling a tone,
Something tells me he's
it sounds
really
like
strong.
he also taught Sharena to wield a spear back in his world. Check the screen now to see when you can take on the grand hero battle against Bruno, Masked Knight. Sharena shines in the top spot of Choose Your Legends, following in the footsteps of Big Brother Alphonse.
Yeah.
As a member of the Order of Heroes, I'm so proud of her. Here's some more news. Starting August 15th, you'll be able to
Okay.
power up your heroes more times with dragon flowers, as you can see here.
That's kind of typical.
Also, for the Forging Bonds staged during the period shown on screen, you'll be able to get 1,000 of each type of dragon flower.
I'm
a
guilty
total
of not using my dragon
4,000.
flowers.
Power up your favorite heroes with this bounty.
All right, let's see if they put out the actual
Faye,
trailer.
What did you think of this special Choose Your Legends FeH channel?
We'll see.
I love making up teams of my favorite CYL heroes. Problem is, it's so hard to choose who to
If not,
use,
I'll go
isn't
back
it?
through and
But
try
it
and
brightens
piece
your day
together
to see them
everything
there.
through what they've given us here.
Faye, you're all here. Oh, what's that? Wow! It sounds like Sharena and the CYL9 crew are going to solve problems for the other heroes on X. It's called Simple Problems, Heroic Solutions, and it's available today. Check out our official X account for the details.
Okay.
Now then. I'll be on my way for today.
All right. Let's check real quick and see if they put it out, because I don't want to. FeH Channel General Election Special Edition 20. Oh, this is translated. I'm like, what? All right. Did you? Okay, good. They have the actual. Let's take a look at these and go from there.
Reach for my hand, I'll soar away into
I think it's kind of cool that they
I could imagine
did
my
this.
students teasing me if I came to class in this.
Yeah. Actually, I
Imagine my students
tease him with his pants. They cut off. He's got like male capri.
teasing me if I came to class in this.
Is that how it normally looks?
peaceful days. I fear the end of dawn, no time betrayed.
Alright, so first we have Sublime Creator. Accelerate special trigger. Unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. We heard about that. For allies within 3 rows with 3 columns that are in unit grants Spectrum 5 neutralizes penalties on ally, and when ally deals damage to foe, restores 7 HP to ally during combat. A lot of support skills, really good. If unit is within 3 space of an ally, grants bonus to unit's stats equal to the number of allies within 3 rows with 3 columns that are on unit times 3, plus 5, max 14. Neutralizes penalties on unit. Unit will deal plus X damage times 5, reduces damage from foes' attacks by X times 3, and reduces damage from foes' attacks by an additional X times 3 when foes' attack triggers foes' special. X equals the number of bonus effects active on unit and foe, excluding stat bonuses times 5. Okay. And then when unit deals damage to foe, it restores 7 HP to unit during combat. And we can use the style Sublime Heaven style, which is the one that allows us to attack from 3 spaces away, which is nuts. I feel like this effect is like standard. for units in like recent, some of the recent patches that we've had. So I'm not too sure about this one. But overall, it's just solid, you know, counter target regardless of range. Yeah, counter attack regardless of range, you know, some support effects, and then damage. So then we have Gust. And Professor's Guidance. At start of turn and at the start of enemy phase, if units within 3 spaces of an ally, grants Professor's Guidance and no follow-up to unit and allies within 3 spaces of unit for 1 turn. And also for unit and allies within 3 spaces of unit, if special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grant special cooldown count -1. Okay. Professor's Guidance. While unit lives, unit gets 2 times SP after combat or after using an assist skill. And then it also grants Spectrum +5 to unit during combat. And he reduces damage by X% effect that can be triggered only once. Grants Spectrum +5 to unit during combat. And he reduces damage by X% effect that can be triggered only once per combat by units equipped special can be triggered up to twice per combat. Okay. And I believe that's it. And grant special cooldown count -1 after combat. Good. I'm glad they added in some extra for Professor's Guidance. They didn't just make it that. But that's kind of cool to have. Everyone's going to love that. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants Spectrum +9 to unit. Unit deals +7 damage. Reduces damage for foes' attacks by 7. And reduces the percentage of foes' non-special. Reduces damage by X% skills by 50% during combat. Nice. And triggers potent follow 100% during combat. So this unit is always going to attack 3 times. Nice. Hey, it's pretty good. We have Null C Avoid. If skill compares unit speed to another foe's or ally speed, it treats unit speed as if granted +7. Reduces damage from area effect specials by 80%. Inflicts attack speed -4 on foe. Reduces damage equal to the difference of speed stats +5. Reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of unit speed and neutralizes effects that prevent units' counterattacks during combat. Okay. I gotta say, this Null C Avoid, the problem I have with it is that the people who are using these area of effect specials are usually high attack, high res units. Like, you're not really fighting for speed on them. So I don't like how the rest of the skill really relies on speed. That's a nitpick on the skill. But overall, I think this is a pretty awesome unit. And then we have attack speed Faith at the end. And just so that we know, hopefully they show the I hope that they show the style here so that we can see.
Everyone together!
I want to see like the actual text of it.
All right.
Okay. Sublime Heaven Style. Unit can attack foes 3 spaces away. Grants cooldown -1 to unit before unit's first attack during combat. If foes uses Dragon or Beast damage and unit's special trigger deals damage equal to 20% of unit's attack. Cannot move through spaces within 3 spaces of foe that has triggered Bulwark. So that's basically saying it's affected, like, you can't get around Bulwark. So Bulwark increases its, basically its potency when you have this style on. Unit suffers a counterattack. Okay, yeah, the normal counterattack requirements. After combat, movement effects do not occur. Okay, so you cannot Canto away. Okay. Once used, this style cannot be used for 2 turns. Oh. That kind of sucks. It's like a worse... It's like a worse... Harmonic Celica. I know a lot of people trash on Harmonic Celica, but she's actually a sleeping giant. And I feel that a lot of people are using her at times, and her range is incredible, but what makes her good is the constant threat that she provides. Now, if you try and attack from range and then you can't use it the next turn, this kind of ruins his advantage. That sucks. That's not good. Yeah. That's really kind of a bummer.
Trust in yourself.
He's also going against Asker.
Trick or treat.
Oh, no. This Asker is new. That's not bad. Okay. I really like this art here. I think it's cool.
Dazzled
thick
by
as
my
hell.
new look, are we? So be it.
Alright, here we go. We have Truth Seeker. Accelerate special trigger. Effective against flying foes. Neutralizes effective against flying. Bonuses. Good. At start of turn, if unit is within 2 space of an ally, grants unit can move 1 extra space to unit. So it's a 3-turn. It's a 3-space move. And that's pretty awesome. Okay. At the start of player phase or enemy phase, if unit is within 2 space of an ally, grants reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50% during combat, and special cooldown charge +1 per attack during combat to unit and allies within 2 spaces of 1 turn. So she gives that out to everyone. That's actually pretty sick. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants a bonus to unit's attack, speed, defense, res equal to the number of allies within 3 rows of 3 columns centered on unit times 3, +5. Max 14, unit deals plus X damage times 5, max 25. X equals the number of bonus effects active on unit excluding stat bonuses plus the number of penalty effects active on foe excluding stat penalties. That's what I expected them to do with Byleth, and they didn't. They just, they got rid of the penalty effects and it's just stat bonuses. Okay. Reduces damage from foes attacks by Y. And reduces damage from foes special by an additional Y. If unit has weapon triangle disadvantage, Y equals 20% unit speed. Otherwise, Y equals 50% of unit speed. And you neutralizes effects that grant special cooldown plus X to foe during combat. This is actually really good, man. Because she's going to have triangle advantage for a while. Now, it says triangle disadvantage. Does that mean, like, if you're facing a colorless... No, not a colorless ally, because that wouldn't work. So, if you are... If you are like a blue unit attacking another blue unit, is that considered weapon triangle disadvantage? I'm not sure. No, I think they don't say you have to have triangle advantage to get the 50% of unit speed. So I think as long as you're not at a disadvantage, which you should be able to always avoid, shouldn't be a problem. That's pretty awesome. Okay, we have Arc Rival. When special trigger, boosts damage by X% of the greater of the unit's or foe's attack. Okay. If unit has weapon triangle advantage, X equals 80. Otherwise, X equals 70. Okay. Reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40%. And inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack during combat. Okay, per attack during combat. That's awesome. And also, if unit has weapon triangle advantage, grants special cooldown count -2 to unit and inflicts special cooldown count +2 on foe. Wait, what? maybe this is wrong. It inflicts special cooldown count +1 on foe per attack. I don't know. There might be a typo in here. +2 on foe before unit's first attack during combat. Man, it seems like you're never going to be able to get off a special with her. Okay, Heaven's Steed enables Kanto remaining minimum 1. At start of turn, if unit is within 2 space of an ally, inflicts Triangle, Adept, and Exposure on closest foes and foes within 2 spaces of those foes through their next actions. So everyone. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grant Spectrum 9 to unit. Unit deals +7 damage. Reduce damage from foes attacked by 7. It neutralizes effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks and effects that prevent units follow-up attacks during combat. And also, if exposure is active on foe, or if unit has weapon triangle advantage, unit attacks twice. So she's a quadding unit. Oh my goodness. And then we have Speed Taker 4 and Deadly Miasma. Okay, between her and Byleth, she wins. And I love the fact that she has, like, her gun is awesome. It's so much cooler than
A just task.
And then last here, style. Unit can use the following style: weapon triangle green style. When determining a weapon triangle, count unit as green. This can only be used once per turn. That's perfectly fine.
So be it.
Yeah. It is a little concerning.
A just task.
It is a little concerning that Fjorm has the debuff, and yet we're still not able to kill her. This is an old Fjorm, so I don't know. We'll see. But overall,
So be it.
this looks a lot better. Oh yeah, this looks a lot better than Byleth. Like, I can't tell you how much that one thing about Byleth really hurts him. The fact that he can only use his style every other turn, that hurts him. That's a major part of his kit, and I feel like that just roasted him. Back a little bit, here we go. I actually really like this.
大勢の
The
人
way
が
he looks here.
俺を呼んでいる声が聞こえた。分かった。
Don't like that he's taking after his dad, but listen.
Stay away.
Why is Leroy taking damage for him? I don't know, I'm confused. Tempered Antler. Accelerate special trigger. Foes within 1 range. Foes with range equal to 1 cannot warp within 3 spaces of unit, and foes with range 2 cannot warp in 2 spaces within 4 spaces of unit. Okay. At start of player phase or enemy phase, if the unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack defense +6 fringe bonus, which is grants bonus to stats during combat equal to the highest bonus on each stat between unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Calculates each stat bonus individually. Okay. Neutralizes foes' bonuses during combat, and null panic to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Okay, so great support skill. It seems like everyone's getting like a good support part in their weapon. If unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, and if unit or allies within 2 spaces of unit have bonuses to stats after start of turn skills trigger, or if defending an Aether Raids after start of turn skills trigger at start of turn 1 of enemy phase, grants an additional +3 to each corresponding stat For a unit and those allies for 1 turn. Calculate each stat bonus independently, max 10. Okay, that's a whole mouthful. Yeah. That's a huge mouthful. Jeez. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to units attack, defense, res equal to 20% of units defense at start of combat plus 5, and unit deals plus X damage. Reduces damage from foes' attacks by 50%. And reduces damage from foes' specials by an additional 50% of X during combat. X equals the highest total bonuses among unit and allies within 3 spaces of unit. Okay, and then at start turn, if you the beast transformation effect. Honestly, I don't know what to say about this weapon. It's a lot packed into it, and there's some good bonuses in here for your team. Getting like the anti-warp in it is pretty awesome. I don't know what to think of this. I don't know how big this is going to be because stat swings are so large these days. This plus to stats after start of turn bonuses have been logged. I'm not sure. But overall, it's a lot of good defensive and supportive buffs. It's a really defensive kit in his weapon. Let's see what else he has. Okay, you get Swap Gate, which is like reposition gate, which is nice. Okay, Mighty Roar. We're on the 2nd page, and we've only gotten to his special. Mighty Roar boosts damage by 60% of units' defense when special triggers. At the start of the player phase or enemy phase, grants res plus 6 and magic twin save to target allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Does not trigger when unit is equipped with savior effects other than P save, which I believe is his special, his PRF skill. So don't put any other save skills on there. So yeah, res plus 6 and magic twin save to target allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Reduces damage from foes' attacks during combat by 40% and grants special cooldown count minus X divided by 12, rounded down to unit before unit's first attack during combat. X equals the highest total bonuses among unit and allies within 3 spaces of units. Also, if this unit's defense is greater than or equal to foe's defense plus 5, disable units and foes' effects that change attack priority during combat. Okay. So you cannot do the Bernadetta, the Lysithea Bernadetta quad before they even get an attack off. Magic twin save. If a magic staff or dragon foe initiates combat against an ally within 2 spaces of unit, triggers savior on unit. Okay. And if foe uses magic staff or dragon damage, disable foe's effects that calculate damage using the lower of the foe's defense or res. Okay, that's huge. And any of reduces damage by X% effect that can be triggered only once per combat by units equipped special skill can be triggered up to twice per combat during combat. Okay. This is gonna make him, I think, one of the best. Probably not as good as legendary. Like, this is hard. Like, legendary Black Knight is so much of a power creep above everyone else that I think this will make him like the best defensive unit in the game, with the exception of legendary Black Knight. All right, let's go to page 3. Okay, attack, defense, fortune, assault fighter, and then AD Briar P save. Have they always been like this? No, they haven't. So this is the first version of a save that is reliant on basically damage type. And I bet you they're going to switch to this, because it just makes more sense. It allows them to focus on a stat more. We'll see if they do continue with this, but if sword, lance, axe, bow, dagger, or beast foe initiates combat against an ally within 2 spaces of unit, triggers savior on unit. If foe uses sword, lance, axe, bow, dagger, or beast damage, grants attack defense plus 40 unit, disables foe's effects that calculate damage using the lower of the foe's defense or res, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 5 during combat. For effects that grant units attack twice, it means yeah, okay, we got that. Yeah, I mean, it's a really tanky kit. I'm afraid of him being really tanky, but not able to take out the units. That kind of... There may be parts in his kit that I missed. We'll see. But it is like a super... It is like a super save unit. Save unit that can take care of everything. Yeah, he's only returning back once.
You left me no choice.
That worries me. Yeah, I get the feeling he's gonna be like Legendary Black Knight, and that it's hard to just get through to him, but I don't know if he's gonna have the power to kill units back, and that'll be a problem.
I want to become a strong and beautiful woman, capable of protecting everyone, just like my mother.
I don't like the frills.
That's right.
That's the only thing I don't like. Or the poofy arms, I guess you could say. We have Gladbach. I don't even know if that's correct. So, accelerate special trigger. If units initiates combat or is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to unit's attack speed equal to 20% of the unit's speed at the start of combat, plus 6. Unit deals plus X times 5 damage, max 25. So, like Balder. And neutralize effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks and events and effects that prevent units follow-up attacks during combat. And restores 7 HP to unit after combat. And also, if decreasing the speed necessary to make a follow-up attack by 10 would allow a unit to trigger follow-up attack, triggers potent follow 100% during combat. Okay? If ally initiates combat and is within 3 spaces of unit, grants another action to that ally after combat. Okay. I just realized. So basically, they have taken Bridal Sharena, and this is what makes Sharena Sharena. So, like, Alphonse has got that great talent effect, so to say, that he got last year. And last year, she got the kind of, like, gale forcing ability that's kind of crazy on her bridal version. It looks like that's going to be like Sharena's niche, which is a really good niche to have. Like, so if another Sharena comes out, man, she's going to be like one of the best Gale Forcers along with Edelgard. That's pretty good. All right. A little worried because there's not enough, I feel like there's not enough oomph in her kit. We'll see what comes down the line. But we have Magic Light, Attack Speed Aria. If unit initiates combat or is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to unit's attack speed equal to the unit's maximum special cooldown count plus 7 during combat. And also, when the unit's special triggers, deals damage equal to the maximum special cooldown count times X. If unit triggers, the unit attacks twice effect, X equals 3, otherwise X equals 5. Where did she trigger the X? Maybe it's in her special. Alright. Equal to the maximum special cooldown count plus 7. Okay. We have Speed Res Shackle. At start of turn, and after a unit acts, inflicts Speed Shackle and Res Shackle on the closest foes and foes within 2 spaces of those foes through their next actions. Inflicts Speed Res -4 on foe and deals damage equal to the number of penalty effects active on foe, including stat penalties ×2 plus 7 during combat, max 15. Jeez. Speed Shackle. Inflicts penalty on unit speed during combat equal to the number of penalty effects active on unit plus 4, excluding stat penalties. Max 8. Okay. Same thing. So just stack a whole bunch of debuffs on them. And then we have Just Like Mother. Enables Canto Distance max 3. At start of player phase or enemy phase, if unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants Creation Pulse and Empathy to unit and allies within 3 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Creation Pulse is if unit's attack can trigger unit special, grants special cooldown count -X before unit's first attack during combat. X equals number of penalty effects active on foe, excluding stat penalties, max 2. Okay. If unit initiates combat, or if unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed +5 to unit, and unit deals +7 damage during combat. And also, if unit's HP is greater than 1, and foe would reduce unit's HP to 0, unit survives with 1 HP. That's actually really helpful in today's age. After unit acts, if an ally within 3 spaces of unit initiates combat, grants another action to unit after ally's combat. And if Canto has already been triggered, re-enables Canto. Okay. A lot of debuffs, a lot of support, and a lot of gale forcing. Is this going to last? I don't know. I did not see where in her kit she gets the double follow-up. I don't know. I did not see the part where it says unit can attack twice. Okay.
I'm a noble lady now.
This Alir isn't necessarily a difficult one to kill. She is at type disadvantage though.
I will try.
I have no choice.
She really is a team player. I think unlike her bridal version, she gets all of the effects. See, oh man, and she allows the unit to get another attack. Okay. So before, like, a unit usually gets 1 action, okay? 2 units gets 2 actions. The way Sharena worked before is she got 3 actions because she went into battle, she attacked, and then she backed out, and then the unit would attack, and then she would get revived or danced through her talent, and she'd be able to attack again. And then actually she would get 4 actions because she'd be able to use her duo skill. This is essentially the same amount of actions, except for 2 of them will be off of Sharena, and then 2 of them will be off of is it any unit? Whoa, whoa, whoa. We need to double check
I will
this.
try.
We need to make sure that this is... Hang on. If ally initiates combat and is within 3 space of unit, grants another action that ally after combat. Once per turn. Okay, I was double checking for this. Because this... like, if you could have your entire team take 2 actions, that would just be busted. Okay. I love her attacking art, man. Like, her facial features on the attacking art look amazing.
I will try.
Okay, yeah, we've already seen this. Alright. Who is the best? I'm gonna be honest. I think the best one of this group... I mean, I could be wrong about this. But I think the best one of this group is Balder. I think she's gonna have amazing versatility. I think second place probably goes to Ekipnithir. I probably pronounced that wrong. The problem with him is he's not going to be able to do enough damage a lot of the time. However, I could be wrong about how her kit works. If you pair him with Tea Time Ingrid, I think it is, the one that gives the damage reflex that legendary Black Knight has, all of a sudden he probably becomes the best unit on this banner. Like, that's really good. Sharena, I'm worried about her damage output. However, it's the same issue that I had with Summer Celica, and I've always been very satisfied with Summer Celica. And Sharena may be just fine. Like, I may be underestimating her damage. Byleth, I think, is the loser of this one. I think his style being limited to once every other turn hurts him so much. Like, it really hurts him. I don't know why they did that. It really sucks. Yeah, man, that's a bummer. I like where they went with the art on all of them. Byleth, I'm sure a lot of people will complain about Byleth, but I do like where they went with the art. I love what they did with the Kipnithir. Dude, he looks so cool. Sharena is kind of expected. I do like that they made her cavalry, though, instead of an infantry. I think that's really cool. I like that they had one of each in this one, by the way. I don't know if we've always had that. I'm still trying to remember who we actually had last year, and I can't. Like, I remember we had Alphonse, we had Felix, but I can't remember the women. We had Bernadetta, and then I can't remember the other one. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it. Balder, Ekipnithir, Sharena, and Byleth. I think that's what the order is going to be, how strong they are. I don't think any of these characters reach the level of Felix. Sharena could surprise me, though. I'm just worried about her damage output. So we'll see what happens. But overall, This is a pretty cool. I like this banner. I like this banner overall. I probably am gonna go for Balder first. I have very limited resources because I've been dumping to try and get Ingrid. I managed to get her just yesterday. I probably will be pulling for Sharena and Balder. And then if I can get one of them, then I'll just grab the other. I won't worry about going to 40 if I manage to get him beforehand. Echipnithir, I think, is a really solid choice, though, if you want to go for him. I personally just don't like armored units, and I really think Byleth is going to be... there's always one every year, like that niche unit that you're like, oh, yeah! And then turns out to be a flop, and I think that's going to be Byleth this year, unfortunately. Just the way it is, you know? So, unfortunately, Byleth gets a shaft this year. We'll see what... maybe I'm wrong. People say that he's going to be good. Last year, my winner was Bernadetta. It ended up being Felix, but people poo-pooed on Bernadetta a lot, and she ended up being way better than people realized. So, I was right about that one. For me, the Bernadetta of this year is Balder. I think she's going to be really good. But she may not be the best. It may be a Kipnthir, or possibly if Sharena can pull out the damage. We'll see what happens. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Good luck to everyone out there on your polls. I know a lot of people have been saving up for this. I think the art is just... like, maybe you don't like the concepts, but I think the art is great in each one of these. It looks fantastic. So, I'm excited. Good luck to you guys on your polls, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Neptorka out. See you guys.